is, man. This is the Green Room. Philly D and Mr. Gemini on the mic in a warm-up to a show about nothing.
Hey, welcome to the Green Room. Join us on our meandering conversation to nowhere. Please come in.
Willkommen. What is this Utah anyways?
Mr. Gemini.
Philly D.
Clickety clack a fact check a missjd.
And yeah, we're going to Seinfeld some stuff here.
We do fucking Larry Hankin, the other Cosmo. Dude, he's coming back in a couple weeks. I'm fucking excited for that shit, bro.
I'm excited.
I'm wicked excited.
Like, dude, we literally get first fucking crack at him.
He's fun.
He's allowed to talk about the new book and like actually go out and publicize it and shit. It's like he got told February 2nd is the first day you can talk. I was like, cool, February 2nd it is. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm dope. He's like, cool, I gotta go. I was almost about to run out the door. I was like, all right, Larry, talk to you later, brother.
All right, Larry. Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
No shit, bro. Fucking
call me anytime, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I think Larry Hankin and I are becoming friends. It's adorable. I kind of like it.
Dude, I mean, you know, that's a pretty cool romantic.
I want to watch fucking his Barry episode now just to see his horrible Russian accent.
Oh, actually, that's something that I was planning on doing before we spoke to him next.
I watched that scene they were talking about, and I was
Couldn't
like,
find it, bro.
No,
but I also don't have like subscriptions and shit like you do, so you probably have it somewhere.
No, I just looked it up on YouTube, I think.
Do I look? I swear.
I'll send a clip to you.
That'd be dope. Thank you, Miss JD. What are you? You're like, it's fucking Green Room, bro. Look, I give a shit. Fam, so much like appreciation. You have no idea the fact that you put up with us.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking love all of you so fucking hard. And if you haven't started a drinking game yet, just saying.
So I got to carry this through then.
Well, I thought you were all good. Spider.
I thought you were all good.
I mean,
give me a drink.
No, you already got the drinks.
Oh, that's right.
You got us beers and fucking 9% cider, bro.
Cider.
Spider. 9% cider?
Spider.
Is that why you're all good, Spider? It's fucking 9% cider.
You will be.
That's why he got all fucking lippy. He was on the fucking 9% cider. He's like, oh, I thought you said you all good, Spider. Sorry, it's the 9% cider. Fucking rhymes. I fucking chopped my foot. Like, I feel like they cut that. Like, that might have been the original scene.
All right, so I'm pouring some of the 9% cider right now.
Oh.
It does have some bubbles. Yeah.
Some bubbles?
It doesn't, well.
It's got all the bubbles. Hey, you remember when you were a kid and you used to blow bubbles? She's looking for you.
Yeah, it's definitely got bubbles.
Oh, my cord's all twisted. I hate when I get my shorts twisted. Untwist.
That's going nowhere right now.
Come on.
Did you get your panties in a bunch too?
No, just my cord. There you go. Dude, I had multiple loop-de-loops over here. I'm like, why the fuck is my cord keep bumping into me? And I look down, I'm like, oh, it's fucking wrapped 30 times.
So we're waiting on Rico
Aviles. See.
I didn't want to butcher that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you do get different pronunciations for different dialects of Spanish. You know what I mean? Like Southern Spanish, Latino, like South American Spanish. You know, because even in Spain, you get multiple dialects. I mean, they still have what is it? Catalunya or oh god, for Cartagena, Catalunya. It's basically fuck. I can't. You have to look this shit up. My brain's fried right now. Apparently.
You want me to pronounce something?
No, just look
okay.
Up spelling for me. Cartagena.
Have you met me?
They speak Catalan. Oh God, no! Oh Jesus, fuck.
Okay, say the name of that place again.
Cartagena. Yeah, I know. Spell that shit. CART.
So there's a J in there somewhere.
Really, you know. It's because it's basically like when you get
Argentina.
no.
That's
it's
what.
yes. It's
I literally just wrote, what do they speak in
There's
the
a
country?
J
And
in
it just
there.
goes Spanish.
it starts with it does start with a C. God
It's what it says Colombian Spanish is.
No. From like in Spain, there's an actual Spanish in Spain. The town of Cartagena is like, it's supposed to be the original Spanish, where it's like, if you don't speak this version of the dialect, like you're a cheap peasant, is basically how they view it.
Ouch.
Yeah. Catalina? Oh God. Catalana? Fuck, dude.
Albuquerque? I don't. You lost me, bro.
So, but that's what I'm saying though, is like within that's like, because if you go like in Europe, as you break down Italian, Portuguese, freaking Spanish, all, French, all that, they're all Latin, right? Like they're all Latin at their root, but so depending on where you're at, each one will say is like, you're either like the dirty Latin or the poor Latin or the, the drunk Latin. And they put that connotation on the different countries, but all the countries do it to each other. So like they have their own fucking list, but it's like for the same shit. It's hilarious.
But I mean, even here in the States, it's like, you got people in the Delaware area that sound like they're from down south.
Hey, we're in Delaware.
It's like a totally different dialect over there.
It's a whole nother world, apparently. They ain't got taxes for some reason.
It's still English.
It's still English.
It's not proper English, but it's English.
Dude, none of us do. We fucking speak American, man. I speak like fucking Chicano American, like
Unless I'm trying to speak English.
like Spanglish. Un poco. What are you fucking money penny?
Yeah, Schmish Money. What are you, dude?
What's up?
So
what? So what?
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. I feel all distracted right now. This really isn't that good.
What isn't really that good? The
cider. I shouldn't have added sugar to it.
You have to paint the word.
I'm sorry.
picture.
The cider that
I'm like over here. I'm like, bro. I thought we were. It's just green room. We're talking. You're trying to tell me this isn't. So we're not all good, Spider. Okay. I mean,
just saying, bro.
That's what I thought you were saying. So I was like, I'm just saying, like, bro.
But this cider, man.
I
should not have added sugar when I made it.
Why should you not have added?
I think it tastes a little bit liquory.
Okay.
If there's a word for that.
Okay. But I mean, you said it was like, fucking 9%. So it sounds like it should have a little booziness, almost like wine, like a dry Chardonnay kind of like.
It does. It does have kind of a really sweet champagne-ish.
Okay.
Because I made it dry.
Right by the beach.
Lord of mercy. Yeah, I made it dry. I like it dry. Yeah.
Don't you cough at me.
You're very distracting right now. There's things going on that are distracting.
Bro, because we're in the green room. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
I understand that.
I understand that. I understand that.
So.
I understand that.
Where you from?
What fucking movie is that from?
Hello?
Oh my God, dude. I'm telling the movie screen's going off in my head.
With what?
Somebody's just sitting there. They're on the phone and they're just like, I understand that. Yes. I understand that. And it's just like, dude, they're having formal conversation. It's like,
you get off the phone. It's like, did you understand that? Not a word.
Well, no. Cause it was, you didn't get to hear the other side of the conversation. You just know that this guy's basically getting his ass chewed out by like Superior. And he's, obviously some form of probably heavy, like military, NSA, CIA, like big boy kind of shit. And he's just like straight face. And he's just, I understand that. Yes. I understand that. Yes, I understand that. Okay, good. Click. It's just like, what the fuck? Dude, I'm trying to what is that fucking from?
I don't know, bro.
That's what I hate when the fucking movie screen goes off and it's like, I fucking know this scene.
It's just enough to tease you.
It is just like me.
And then it just messes with the whole, but yeah.
Such
Okay.
a tease.
I'm not sure where that's from. I don't even know if our fact checker can figure that out for us. I don't know if that's enough to go on. I'm saying.
So even if I
So we're definitely waiting on this guy to show up any minute.
I mean,
So I don't know. This is the green room. I mean, this is kind of how we roll. I never know what's going to happen from one moment to the next. But yeah.
we were just. I mean, I was like,
And then there was,
we got a fucking schedule to keep, dude. We got shit to do. I want to be able to hang out with my dude. Like we've been killing it lately, where we get done early enough that you and I actually get to chill for like hour and a half.
yeah, you don't want to start like way late. Yeah.
Well, and it's also been good because like normally you used to take like fucking 45 minutes to an hour for snack time. Now you take like 15, 20 minutes, dude. I'm so proud of you, bro. Like you have no idea. You're so fucking dope right now.
progress.
Fucking dopest.
I got to bring over like quick meals, like something.
Well, bro, I've been having food ready. So as soon as you get here, I'm like, hey, I got coffee and or like food and like, dude, I got something hot, ready, dope as shit, fresh made. Here you go.
And garlic bread sometimes too.
What's up?
I mean, not tonight, but
No, but we can do bread with butter with the pasta, and then you can like throw it on top and like make a little half sandwich, and it like melts the butter and shit, and then but you hold it like taco style so that the butter drips out back into the other pasta, so you get just like more butter on the. It's just, butter make, dude. There's only
The gift that keeps on giving.
right, dude. The one thing better than butter is more butter. That's it. That's it. Same thing with cheese. The only thing better than cheese is more cheese.
remember when you were a kid and like there was nothing in the fridge, and it's like, it's peanut butter and jelly, but the peanut butter's out. I mean, you can make anything as long as you got 2 slices of bread.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Syrup sandwiches, mayonnaise sandwiches. Dude,
I do cheese and mayonnaise sandwiches, but I'm also a vegetarian, so cheese is like the only thing I can eat on a sandwich.
Yeah, no, I used to do American cheese with mayo and fucking tortilla chips with white bread.
Oh, I put chips in my sandwiches too. Potato chips, yeah.
Dude,
The crunch.
had like no fucking flavor. Yeah, and the crunch was dope.
Or like a butter sandwich, or maybe a sugar sandwich, like when you were a kid.
That was like a depression thing.
A sugar sandwich?
Yeah, and butter, like butter sandwiches, yeah.
Yeah, you put butter on it and then you just dump a whole bunch of
Eat
sugar.
it.
Like it's
Yeah.
your cereal bowl.
I don't
Sorry.
think I've ever put sugar on. Well, just kidding. Cinnamon sugar.
I used to dump sugar on my cereal. So bad. Sugar was our first drug.
Yeah.
As kids, sugar was our first drug.
I thought spinning was the first drug.
Well, spinning actually happens after sugar.
Mm.
Yeah. The sugar really comes first.
It was really hard for me to stop eating
I mean,
like
we put it in our drink.
everything.
Kool-Aid, 1 cup.
I used to have medium. Well, I mean, as an adult and teenager, I would drink medium iced coffees with 8 sugars in it,
Mhm.
but it couldn't be melted. Like I had to like chew the granulated sugar. Like, and now I don't put any sugar in my coffee.
And
So,
it's the straw and it's like,
yep. And I would have to have 2 straws so I could get all the sugar up. It would take like at least a good quarter to a half an inch of the bottom of the cup would just be sugar.
it's so bad.
I've messaged our friend and made him aware that we are live recording. So when he pops on, that he knows.
I try to drink all my sugars if possible.
when we had Larry Hankin on the first time and we get to the green room, just you and me, and fucking JD wasn't there, and then like literally we're like, all right, cool, fam, hey, we appreciate you, and it's just like bloom ding, it's like, hey, say hi and say bye because we're leaving. What's up? Shit was hilarious. Like, dude, see, this is what I love about Green Room, man, is because we catch those moments, and it's like, that's the shit that I think makes us fucking funnier because it's us just being us. Like there is no structure. It's just us being like literal.
Well, I mean, the other
jackasses.
thing too is like, aside from doing the shorts, I don't like when people chop stuff up a lot.
Right?
Like, okay, you want to get to the good bits. It's like, Okay, well, okay. Sorry. What? I mean, I guess there's ways to do it. You know, everybody does stuff to some extent, but I just, you know, I like that.
JD.
I like to, sorry.
I'm sorry, did we interrupt your conversation?
Sorry if I dropped the ball there. Anyhow.
But yeah, no.
But the idea that we just let it run, you know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, plus I think honestly, because we really do run a more of like a talk show like platform format. Like it's just the way it's perceived and given and set up. And, you know, we like, that's why I'm like, when I talk to people about what we do, I tell them that the green room is the podcast because it's us just bullshitting and sitting around. Like to me, that's just, you know, it's niche. It's like, dude, we're probably going to talk about who fucking knows what. And we may never talk about anything, but we're not trying to.
Technically the green room came second. It in essence is what we've been doing.
I can't. No,
it's exactly what we've been doing from the beginning before we even started recording anything.
Yeah, man.
That's the origins.
Yeah, man. It's the OG.
Even though it came second.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Do it. Yo, this is a 1976. Like, isn't it 1975? Yeah, I know some people that robbed some people. Fucking Snoop. I love that dude. Snoop-a-loop, you can bring your hat too. Fucking old school. We're going streaking.
Could you imagine getting him and Martha together?
I mean, I'm down. That's what I'm saying, bros. Like, I want us to be that show where people, like all people, fucking want to be on this show.
Oh, you know who I haven't seen in a while?
Your mother.
Christian Side Hug.
Bitch.
No, Christian.
He's at winter Christian camp.
Oh.
He's in the bottom of the well. Holding on to the basket.
He's at Pray Away camp.
Hey, Pray Away camp. So you fucking said, bro?
Pray Away.
That's fucking funny.
I don't know if they serve Kool-Aid. Possible.
Yeah, but you don't want that Kool-Aid.
It depends. You might want that Kool-Aid.
That's Jesus Kool-Aid.
How else are you going to get on the UFO?
So, at Pray Away camp, do they give you wine instead of juice?
It's Jesus juice.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying.
I'm sorry.
I don't think that can. I don't. That doesn't compute. Bleep, blorp, bleep.
Bleep, blorp, bleep.
You sent someone in to torch me? Oh, Jesus. Fucking robot.
Jesus is a robot?
No, he's fucking from Pineapple Express.
Mr. Potato Head is electronic.
Ears and upside down.
Yes.
That's exactly what. I was like, fuck you.
That's exactly what it does. So you've seen it.
I'm asking for literal clarification and you're being an ass. Appropriate. It was warranted. I accepted it.
You call for it. You're like, bring, hello?
Mr. Potato Head. Is he like so old school that
he upside down?
Yeah, but he's like fucking dial up where he's like, ring. The fuck? Yeah, that is fucking old school. Old school. Your box.
Oh.
I have a question. Totally random.
Oh, no, not here. Oh,
never,
God,
never
don't
here.
do that.
So I was watching
I was there.
this video
You were standing.
with this chick who said she was a hybrid of a star child. No, she was Anunnaki and something else hybrid.
Yeah, I watched that one.
The blonde chick.
Yep.
Wait, who's this?
Okay.
Did he?
It was just a random video I came across.
Said Gemini's got to go on that show. Be dope as fuck.
Well, it was with this woman who was interviewing her, and you could tell they were in New York because the background noise. But
yeah, that's Linda Hamilton Howe or something.
Okay.
It's like super huge. Aliens are already here, but they're not really aliens. Some of them were here before us, and like, so she's more about the truth, though. I would say.
But the Anunnaki, I was watching something else, and it had to do with like the lost books and stuff, and that shows up in which book? But it's not in the regular Bible. But they do talk about the Anunnaki in
Book of Enoch,
Gilgamesh. Yeah, in Enoch.
They talk about it. That's why I want
somewhere. I have a copy of that.
This is why I want Billy Carson, because he's fucking. He's read the ancient stone tablets and is helping and working with people that.
There was a video that I watched today that read all of the stone tablets and everything, and it brings a lot more light to because they found more. And it comes down to, I just found all the books that were taken out of the Bible, and I'm trying to find them.
Like the Emerald tablets too?
Well, I have those. But there's like 5 books within that they found in wherever they found the Book of Enoch. There's like 5 chapters within there, and it's 5 different books. It's like Enoch 1, 2, 3, and then there's like the Watchers. Then there's the parables, and there's another one. And it talks about angels and giants and like the Nephilim and like everything.
The story of the Watchers is kind of freakish.
Yeah. So I've been trying to figure out which copy to buy, because I don't want to get one that's like watered down and they translated it to conform societies with not what it actually says.
Ask Artie about the whole deal with the Watchers.
Yeah, so I have some questions for Artie, because also today
I have some questions for Jesus, Lippy, are you?
Well, no, because I thought of something today. So you know how they say when you die in your dream, you die in real life?
Well, I mean, they say that is a potential
dreamscape. Yeah,
they said science has proven it now.
If you die in your dream, you die in real life.
Correct.
Well, I mean, but what, chicken or egg on that shit, maybe.
See, I think
I don't know how they could scientifically prove that, because if the person died, how can you tell them you had a dream that you died in? Like, so how would you know what they would be dreaming about when they actually died?
No shit.
I mean, in my experience,
that's why I want to talk to Artie.
Hey, wake up! What are you dreaming about? Damn it, we lost another one.
Yeah, you scream in his ear, and then you push on his belly, and whatever sound comes out.
To blade.
And you got to tap him on the forehead twice, right?
Yeah, he definitely said to blade.
Yeah, which is to bluff. You all know it means you were probably playing cards. You always just
that makes me wonder, like, is it something where, like, when you dream, are you into your subconscious, or like, do you exit your body when you dream or something? And is this how, like, so when you die in your dream, like, you just go?
I swear there's times where I left my body at night. I swear there are.
I mean,
and I feel like I went places and saw people.
Oh,
like I'm serious. Like I remember when I was.
I know it's just the way, dude. It's not what you say; it's how you say it.
I was fascinated by. So who's this podcaster that we're Jeff?
Right? What?
The podcaster that we're checking out now is Jeff Mara podcast.
No, wait. Oh no, the guy that I just did, Tony Masru.
No, but a lot of the videos that I've been checking out lately.
Oh, who? What?
The Jeff Mara podcast.
Oh, yeah. You're correct. Yes.
The one.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
What's her name? Sarah, that he had on that is like a lucid dream expert or something like that, and like.
Okay.
And she talks about how so much of this stuff you wouldn't even think about, like, lucid dreaming, big deal. But like, there's apparently like this ancient history, like there's a lot of, even in Egyptian folklore that has to do with like, traveling in your dreams and, basically being able to predict the future to a small extent in your dreams.
Yeah.
Because you're tapped into that, what is it, like theta energy?
I would say, yeah, I would say you fit dimensional or something at that point. Or even I don't fucking know.
I definitely
have a friend who dreams stuff and then it comes true.
Well, I mean, but so like, dude, this is what
I mean, is that you question? Is it intuition only, or
this is why I say we're in a fucking simulation. I mean, even science says that we're fractals of light being, you know what I mean? So it's like,
that was the other thing that girl, Rochelle.
Not that we're like literal video game, but I mean, it is a simulation. Like we're multi-dimensional beings, and we're being, we're stuck in that construct of just being on those dimensions. And it's like, but there's more to us that comes from additional dimensions. So even while we're just in this 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional realm, we're already in 5th and 6th and 7th. We're just not allowing ourselves to be a part of it, even though, it's already there. We just got to open the fucking doors. Working on it, bro.
The doors to consciousness.
Yeah, man. Multi-dimensional thought. That's why I love KRS-One, where he's just like, yo, when you quiet your mind, you're in a quiet room, there's no sound, there's no noise, and you say something to yourself in your head, whose voice was that? And how did you hear it if it wasn't audible? Where'd that come from? And it's like, dude, 5th dimension thinking right there, because that's what it is.
That is taking place within the 5th dimension.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like the idea of like, like VR suits. Like we really are like meat puppets, and we're just up in, another dimension, Pizza Hut style with the freaking joysticks, just like rocking it out.
Bro, if you've ever suffered trauma, like, don't you feel yourself loosening from your body? I do. Like you're still attached, but it's distant. You know what I'm saying? Or being on like a really, really heavy painkiller or something.
It's like like you disassociate from your own body for a little bit.
Not completely, but like almost like being John Malkovich. If you were to back your head out of the hole just a little bit,
Malkovich.
Like that kind of thing. Like you feel a little bit of a distance from your body. Like you can still, but it's, I guess, almost like tripping or something like that. But I've had that through experiencing like serious trauma in my life.
So my thing is I don't know if maybe I just had a lot of physical trauma when I was younger. I mean, I know I did.
With the whole movie screen that you've always had that?
Well, yeah, it's always how my brains work. But also,
I've had that too. That's how I see things. Like, it's like a screen pops up and you see things as if it's like playing out as a movie.
Yeah, like Kevin Bacon in Stir of Echoes when he's in the movie theater and being hypnotized. I get my own fucking theater, but going to the pain idea when you say you disassociate, I more times than not, I mean, my pain tolerance and pain medicine tolerance is like, there's very few things that have ever gotten me where I'm just like, holy crap, like either, drug wise knock me down or freaking pain wise knock me down. So it's like, I don't know if it comes from just getting my ass beat so much as a kid that like, I got past it and it was just like, cause remember we've had this conversation before where, I was very much like, Edward Norton, Fight Club, where he's like in the scene where he's like, I'm going to my happy place when he's getting the chemical burn on his hand.
Right.
And he's like, no, you have to live in this pain. You have to live here now. Like you're a living being. Like you have, and I'm just like, one time I was getting tattooed and I was about to do my I'm just going to go to my happy place where
no, you go into that pain.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you travel through it.
Cause even me going to my happy place, I could still watch and see what was going on, but it's like, I can control whether or not I'm actually connected to the physical feeling of it. And it's like, no, dude, I'm going to, and that's, at that point, that's when I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm all in.
Well, it is.
See what this shit feels like.
It is weird how much pain is associated with an emotional reaction that it doesn't
100%
need to have.
The neuroscience of it. Trauma is linked to physical pain.
Yeah.
Or emotional stress.
At the same time, you can suffer pains working out that you consider beneficial. Like if those same pains were associated with a life-threatening illness, it'd be a totally different thing. But it affects you a lot more. You know what I mean?
It's visceral.
Right.
Coming from someone that deals with all of the above, you're accurate.
When your body goes into shock, it's kind of like there's enough of a loosening of that veil that you can't care. You can't, because you would freak out. Like I got a leg.
Your body normalizes it within a certain tolerance level.
I got a leg wound and I saw I saw everything in a golden hue because I immediately went into shock. Like it was the afternoon and the sun, the way the sun was hitting everything, like everything glowed. And I had a moment, I think it's described in like Vedic tradition in Hindu. I mean, there's like the vision you have where everything becomes gold. Like it's the reference is that a veil's been removed from the reality of the world around you, that everything's made of light. That's what I saw. Okay. No drugs, nothing.
No drugs, nothing, bro, I swear.
That was just trauma. That was my body going into shock.
And see, like...
That was the bike sprocket thing in my left leg.
Yeah, but, and so, again, I guess maybe it's because at this point, like I've been in so many car accidents. It's like when shit happens, it's, you know, stuff just slows down.
But like, what do you call that stuff? The prana? The stuff that we breathe in and out.
Prana is the life force. It's your breath, basically, but it's known as the life force.
It's not. Yes. It's electric as well.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
That's the no, which is funny because air and air currents all coincide with electromagnetic rays that are put off by the Earth.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the Tesla Tower pyramid shit where energy is already in the air.
It's all connected because it's all just different vibrations of the same thing.
Yeah, prana is just, it means life source. So it's got an element of air and electricity to it as well. That's all I was saying, and that it was like I could see that in everything around me, in the grass, in the plants, obviously in the sunshine hitting me in the face. But like anywhere the sun touched, it was just like everything was golden and like glowing from within. That's an experience, man.
Well, so
usually requires some kind of meditation, but you know, you can always cut yourself really bad and it'll happen.
But see, that's what I'm saying is like, all right, so I used to do Taekwondo when I was younger for like a few years. I mean, I was like 3, 4, 5, fucking, I don't remember. I was young as shit. I did like 4.5. I do a minute and a half. Yeah. So I did Taekwondo for several years when I was a kid. And as I got, I think I was like 11, almost 12, or I just turned 12. I was starting to like spar with the black belts and stuff. And it's like, you know, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, but it's just sparring. So it's like nothing crazy. It's just, you know, it's practice and whatever. Well, in a actual sparring of 2-on-1, I wind up going for a double front kick and missing. Like just barely like missing her. Cause it was a female that was going for her black belt. So it was like practice for all that kind of stuff. But I mean, and I literally just cause my intent was like, all I had to do was just tap her. Like we're sparring. We're not trying to actually hit. So it's just like, I'm just trying to like, just get you enough that it's just like, I got you.
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
And so I'm on the attack. I just miss her, but I had so much intent with it that I was trying to get like too right just there that it's like, and I lose my balance and wind up dead on my back. But I mean, it was a double flying front. I mean, I was up at her. Like I'm like like foot to her face. Style. Yeah. Basically like I'm on the attack. Like it's a long story. I mean, which I can speak pretty much.
Oh,
but so I wind up on my back and everything goes black.
That's never good.
But, and it's what seemed in my mind, because I saw everything just go, poof, just like the old school TVs where they turn out and they like, boo.
That was me when I hit the ground. Yeah. Right? That's exactly how I explain it. But it was like an old fashioned TV.
What seemed like, you know.
Oh, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the coincidence that it says that you see yellow when the optic nerve is damaged. And if you hit your head,
No, that wasn't a head injury. That was
okay.
That was a leg injury, and I went into shock. The thing we just referenced is a head injury, but the one where I saw the vision of everything basically glowing gold. And there's a reference to it somewhere, and it's a state of consciousness within, you know, Hindu and probably even yogic practices. I think that's where it comes from. Where you reach a state of enlightenment where you kind of have a veil removed and you can see the world for how beautiful it really is.
You can find that all in Pantajali's Yoga Sutras. the steps on how to accomplish that.
Haruken.
And there's certain breathing techniques associated and sitting.
Pranayama. Yep.
Yeah. Everything is in alignment.
It's meditation and breathing. It's through the flow and constriction of breath and consciousness.
You have to force me to do a session next time you come into town because
I offer every time I'm in town.
I have to try it. But I mean, like the more deep stuff, do some stretching, but like kind of
do gentle meditation.
Ever see a lion stretch before it takes down a gazelle?
Actually, I've seen lions stretch. Yeah, they do it all the time.
Yeah, waking up from a nap.
But I love how he says that.
But so all right. So, anyways, back to so I'm flat on my back. Boof, lights go out. TV security style. What seems like mere half second reboot. But at this point, dude, I mean, it just and you could just the auditory feeling, everything. You could just kind of like you could feel it coming on, and it's like it's powering up. You're like literally.
But did you come to like?
Well, so I also got the wind knocked out of me, so I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
You got to breathe out first.
You had your life force taken from you.
That was one of the first things they taught. Breathe out.
But so that's the thing is like, but I don't know any of this and they have no idea. And I'm just, and I'm like, you're making this weird like turtle face where it's like trying to spit up some shit or something. And I think
he's trying to speak.
And then all of a sudden I get
you have to breathe out because you're spasming.
Yeah. Yeah. But now here's the deal is fast forward like, I want to say almost 2 years. I was skating at Cheapskates on the mini ramp.
This is going to be good.
Just on the little 3.5 or like nothing crazy. But they had like a little spine and stuff. And so I'm just like doing like lip tricks and going back and forth and we're practicing things. And I was learning to do like, blunts to stalls and, blunt to like, flip. It's just, so I'm doing all these, cool little flipboard maneuvers, lip stuff and shit. And I wind up same thing, falling straight on my back. And literally just, and I could feel it all just came up out of me. And I literally just stand up instantly and just go, and they're all like, holy shit. And I'm just like putting the finger up like, no, give me a minute. I got this.
Should have put both hands up like,
well, no, cause I knew all I had to do was just like, let it burp. Just hands up. Each time just letting one more little, and you can keep inflating those lungs up. And all of a sudden
you're supposed to breathe all your air out as much as you can. And it's counterintuitive.
You're talking like full deflation. I'm in vacuum mode. You know what I mean? They're like,
it's counterintuitive, but that's actually what they say is that you have to breathe that out first.
Well, that's my thing is like, I start basically like, dude, there was none to breathe out.
I know.
Literally none. I'm talking like full deflation. That's what I'm saying. There's like instant vacuum shit. It was fucking gnarly. That's the thing is I've had that, and that was just the first time after that. I've had a few more times where I've had it knocked out. I mean, I'm just like, give me a minute.
It's like
I got this.
It's like that lesson in Taekwondo too. It's like you want to go in a certain direction, you start in the opposite direction because you get your opponent to then move in that direction and you
counter.
Yeah. So it was like the whole.
That's all yoga counter actions as well. You go in one position and then you go in the counter. So if you fold in, then you flip back next time.
You fold like a lawn chair,
or even like
scorpion.
Active isolated stretching. You do the same thing.
Also a scorpion.
It's on and off and on and off.
You know what scorpion is, right? It's when you basically fall down so hard that your back leg like comes up over your head and like almost touches the top of your head like scorpion stinger style.
Okay, well, in yoga, you don't fall. You're in a handstand and then you allow your feet to bend over your back so your toes like touch your head.
Oh, bro, that's no joke in snowboarding.
Oh, dude, scorpion hurt.
I scorpion myself in my back and I was like, ow! With my, upper back, thankfully, it wasn't too bad.
Dude, when you kick your own shit, you're like, oh yeah, that'll teach you. That'll teach you.
Like my body.
No, I just do it voluntarily. I don't throw myself into it.
Oh, no one does.
That's no fun.
That's what's funny about the scorpion. Because we've all been there. You're just like, if you've ever tried, you've probably scorpioned. Just nobody maybe caught it on film though.
This
I don't know.
This is a maneuver I like to call the scorpion stings himself.
Dude, fucking was it ridiculous? What's his name?
Rob.
Yeah, Rob.
Dyrdek.
Rob. He would when they did Ridiculous or whatever, like he would have like lawn chair, and they would just see people like folding up like a fucking lawn chair, just like little like straight collabs. And he's like, "Oh, we got the scorpion," and all of a sudden he's like, a couple of guys, little foot tab, like, see it right there. Right? Dude, it's like, oh, bro, been there, man.
Scorpion sucks, man.
Dude, they all suck. They all.
I mean,
suck.
if you're lucky, it comes all the way up to your head, and you got a helmet on, and it just kind of goes whack. But you know, you really mess yourself up doing a scorpion. That's no joke,
bro.
It's where you hit like basically on your face when you're going downhill. Never a way to land. You
don't necessarily have to be going downhill. There's usually gravity involved. Like, I will say that,
because in most cases, like snowboarding, if you're going to choose to fall, it's like you have to choose: do I want to fall on my knees or my tailbone? That's your choice, knees or tailbone.
Oh, there's also end over end.
That's a fun way to go too.
That's a great way to stop.
Because that's when you
not rolling down a hill.
Well, no, I mean,
kind of keep going. That's the best way to not do
somersault
that.
technique. But that's the one where you have to check. You have to check all your limbs when you land.
Pinwheel,
You're like, okay, five fingers. I can wiggle my toes. Okay, all right, I'm good.
Dude, and bro, you know, there's like no joke. Anytime I've ever been in like accidents or anything crazy, the first thing I do is like, all right, cool. What's around me? All right. Wiggle. All right. Everything's wiggling. Okay. We're good. And then it's
the worst part is when your feet are cold enough in the wintertime, though, when you're snowboarding, that like, you're not even sure until you get back. We're like, I think I got to go. It's time for a drink.
Bro, I think I got to go attend to this frostbite.
I'm going to go sit by the fire with a scotch right now.
Yeah, by the fire.
Right by the fire.
Lord of mercy. Boy up.
And you don't know until after you have that first scotch how you're really feeling.
When you start thawing out.
After the first scotch, you don't fucking care anymore. I'll have another.
Right. Well, that's my point. If the first scotch doesn't do it, then you know.
The first scotch always does it.
It's going to take at least.
Second one always helps. First one always does.
It's going to take at least 3.
I didn't know how many guys it was going to take to throw me out.
Yeah.
But I know how many guys they were using. Yeah, 2
fingers.
Easy there.
That's my pinky and my index, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was like, dude, bro, what you got there? Yeah, no, that's what.
Shocker.
Oh, I said go in there. Oh, no, make it 3.
This.
Would you want me to throw a curveball? What's going on over there? Throwing up the sign. Crap. Jesus.
I never know what I'm doing.
Dude, I just watched this movie, Tax Collector. Believe it or not.
You watched this movie, Tax Collector?
Dude, I was flipping through because you know me, I'm not big on like watching shit, so I don't really watch too much. So for something to grab my attention enough to be like, I'm going to watch this. It was fucking Shia LaBeouf. LaBeouf? I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Dude, Shia.
At least I know that one. That's like one of the only things I know how to pronounce.
But yeah, he was he played like a fucking hard Chicano gangster.
The name in the movie is Creeper.
Creeper, yeah. Dude, he had cauliflower ears on both sides. Like this dude has been like in street fight. Like he looked fucking tough as shit in this. And I was one of his more enjoyable roles. And I mean, I loved him in fucking Transformers, but come on, it's fucking Transformers, bro. I love me some Transformers.
Yeah.
Dude,
a little George Lopez in there?
Yeah, fucking George Lopez was in it. And dude, there was actually a pretty extensive cast. I was kind of surprised by it. The leader of the Bloods. I've seen him in other shit too.
Was he Conejo in the movie?
No, that was one of the Mexican cartel guys that was coming up where they were supposedly like restructuring the system up there. Where they're just like, yeah, we're taking back over. This is now ours. This is how it rolls. Like they basically almost started a gang war and a shit and took down damn near all of them except for the one. And he winds up coming back and getting his kids. And it was like typical, studio plot line, but it was a pretty decent production. The acting was like, dude, George Lopez cracked me the fuck up in that shit. He's not just a good comedian, man. Like he's also a very good actor. Like he's just
he's just funny all around.
well, no, dude,
That presence.
It wasn't even he was because there were scenes where he was like having to play
Serious.
like legit scared and shit.
Yeah,
Where he's like looking at because he's basically Tio. He's he's the uncle. He's the old guy. Like he's the fucking the boss that you got to go to make shit happen. And he's and the young bucks telling him about Conejo, and he's just like, oh no, he's this dude that was like, and he was trying to like brush it off, and his homeboy just straight looks at him. He's like, then why are you scared? And you could see it in George Lopez the way he was portraying this, where it was just like, yeah, he legit looked like he was just like, nah, dude, whatever, fuck you, shit. And it's like, nah, dude, you're scared as shit right now, bro.
I keep saying though, when it comes to some of the best actors in the world, once you can tackle comedy and you can make that crossover, that does make you a really good actor. I mean, comedy is one of the hardest things to do. It's hard to play the good guy. It's easy to play the bad guy. There's a lot of things, getting into a role. And like I was just saying though, I love George Lopez, and because he was in Balls of Fury, right?
Fuck yeah, Balls of Fury, bro. Damn straight Balls of Fury. I'm just saying, dude.
That movie was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's been in a few things. Plus, he had his own show and stuff too for a while.
That was it. I think that was in my top 1,000, but it did not make my top 100 or top 300. Sorry.
Oh well. I'm sure there was a lot of.
You know what I mean? Like,
wait, do you have Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
I gotta borrow that.
For real?
Yeah, no, I just thought of
I
that.
found out some pretty interesting stuff about Dan Aykroyd. He used to.
Are you going to say more, or is that it? Like, just.
Well, I was like, should I say this? Or when,
interesting dude to talk to. I totally agree with that.
Dude, I want to talk.
like on many, many, many different levels.
And least of which is an actor.
Right. I mean, that's what got him to know, for us to know who he is. But there's a lot of things that, like, yeah, the acting is like the least of it.
Oh, shit. I want to talk UFOs.
Like, I want to know a day in the life of Dan Aykroyd.
No, I want to talk crystal skulls. Like, dude, what's the craziest shit you've ever seen that still keeps you up
bro,
at night, bro?
That's all going to come up.
Yeah, he said he saw 4 UFOs. So I want to know about his different encounters. Which was his favorite? Like, people say, would you do it again? And then people are like, no, the fuck I wouldn't. But if he's seen 4, like, is it just sightings?
Abduction?
Because he is really big into the history and everything of it. Like, I don't know if you know this, but Ghostbusters actually based off of the movie was actually based off of his grandfather.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah. So, and did you know that in the afterlife, there was two double generations. So not only was it the original director and the director of the Afterlife working on the Afterlife, but Dan Aykroyd also got his daughter in the movie.
Yeah.
So there was 2 double generations from the first to the second, which I thought was nice. But yeah, it's loosely based on his grandfather, just in New York City instead of in a small town in Canada. And the Afterlife is like when you hear about him talk in earlier interviews, like a long time ago before Afterlife was made and stuff, he describes it. But then if you watched Afterlife, you're like, holy crap, like that's exactly what that movie was. But he had this interview like a decade before this movie was made.
With that being based on truth? Like
yeah, so his grandfather and his grandfather's friend, his grandfather's friend coined ectoplasm, the phrase ectoplasm. And his grandfather was into a whole bunch of paranormal stories. His father is too. Obviously, he is. His father and his grandfather, or his great grandfather and his father, were both published authors in paranormal realm, and they have so much research throughout all of them. Like they used to have seances in his grandfather's house or his great grandfather's house, which is the house that like Afterlife was emulated from. But there's that, plus there's so many things. He has experiences where he had a ghost jump in bed with him. And at first I thought it was like why they made the scene in Ghostbusters when the ghost jumps in bed with him and like has fun.
Blowjob.
But come to find out, this happened after the fact when he was
blowjob from a ghost on the big screen. This is accurate.
hey. No, but in real life, this ghost jumped into bed with him and he snuggled up with it and like, hey, had a good night's sleep.
Snuggled up or like
he said he like totally like snuggled his butt into it and like he's like my wife was out of town, it touched butts with me and I was just like, here we are. Might as well get cozy. And then just kind of like nestled up to it and slept well, he said. But I thought that was interesting because I thought the scene in Ghostbusters was based on that, but that actually didn't happen until he was filming Dragnet, which was like a couple years later.
Dragnet was awesome.
So now I'm wondering, did he like manifest that to happen if it happened like later?
Was that Tom
like,
Hanks?
Open the doors, being like, I'm welcome to you coming in my bed.
What are you going to do about it?
He has like the perfect voice for Friday.
Oh, dude.
Perfect.
Well, but I mean, temperament, everything. I mean, just all around. Like, dude, he was definitely fucking Sergeant Friday.
Doing that robot voice that he did.
Yeah, dude, but
that's what it sounded like.
He actually created and opened all of the House of Blues and still owns them.
Grandma Monday, right?
I want to get him to perform. Like, just break out your little harmonica and just
hang out with him.
Come on.
Right?
I just want to listen to anything he wants to tell me. I think that there's just anything he wants to discuss, I will be completely entertained with.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's paranormal or UFO or it's, you know,
I have this
comedy or, you know, hanging out with Belushi or the blues. Like he used to be best friends with freaking James Brown. Like, really?
For real, dude.
We used to live like our last where we just moved from was Augusta, Georgia. Well, we lived in Evans, but he was recruiting out of Augusta. So we were in James Brown hometown. So we went to the museums and all this stuff. So when I'd hear him talk about things, it would remind me of when we were in the museum and I would have like audio things like replaying from like clips while you're in the museum. And it would be like things that he had discussed on like a random interview. And it was like, wow. But he's very
that's what I was
very
saying.
interesting on many faceted.
It seems like there's and I didn't watch too much of his stuff because I don't want to get ruined by it. Like I want to be able to enjoy because he's just.
I'm watching his interviews, just how he talks about UFOs and other people's sightings and his thoughts on it and his beliefs. And then I find other things that give
dive deep into that kind of stuff. Like, okay, and how does this affect your belief of? You know, what is it you believe? You know,
like I want to know what his thoughts on Antarctica or, you know, what's the other one? Atlantis.
You mean like the hole in the earth or?
Just like where everything is extremely protected and it's like no fly zone. Like there's got to be something going on there if it's so protected and only researchers are allowed to be there. And there's with all the things like that's where they think a lot of stuff's going on.
Well, and apparently, wasn't there a whole fleet that like Hitler sent there, like way back in the day, that took up a certain encampment and we're doing some really strange things occult wise?
I'll have to check up on whether Hitler went to the Antarctica, but I would not be surprised because he was huge into paranormal studies. He actually had a whole division dedicated just towards paranormal investigation and studies.
Yeah,
he was supposedly working with the Nordics. Remember? Getting alien help.
Yeah, so it's. I think you mentioned that before.
I did.
I remember that. The Nordic, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed people from
Blonde hair, blue eyed.
So I think
in the sky, alien people. I don't know.
the other day I was watching a bunch of videos and one of them popped up with the Nordics and Hitler and how it was that chick that we were just talking about, the one who's a hybrid. They got into the discussion about Hitler and his race, and I thought it was ironic because she was blonde in the video. But I was just like, huh. But I watched something today, and I think I sent it to you guys, but it's one of the videos. It was the one I was in the middle of, but I didn't get to finish. But it actually goes into like different deities and like cultures and religions, and it goes into how they all have different accountings of some type of celestial or like supreme beings. So it goes into like, Chinese. This guy made a cauldron, and then once he put the cauldron in, all of a sudden like he could have connection to like everybody. It's one of the emperors, and then he flew on a dragon. Like he had like magical powers after he did this cauldron. The
sword and the mirror and
that's stuff that he gained after that. Yeah, and the mirror he could see like at any point.
Was that the third thing? A scepter, something like that. It's like a scepter, a sword, and a mirror. Were the three?
Which wouldn't surprise me because scepters are being known to have like magnetic.
It was a mirror, a sword, and a seed.
This was the yellow emperor
seed.
Is that thing you're talking about?
Yeah, it was a seed.
So you could sew it.
It was a little it looked like a little bean, a little curved.
Yeah, it did actually. I didn't know what that was, but yeah, it looks like a bean.
I thought they called it a seed. He was given a mirror, a seed, and a sword.
A seed and a sword?
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I thought that's what they said.
Yes, but what I was going with this though was when they got to like Hindu and their deities, it talks about a blue skin one.
Right.
And what is that, Krishna?
Was it blue or green?
It's blue skin.
Blue in that one.
So then that made me think about Mateus and how he was an Atlantean and how they were blue.
And Smurf.
And then we thought about have Papa.
Fucking right, Papa Smurf.
Blue people, come on.
But my mind just like all these dots started connecting, and then the Book of Enoch, and I'm like, what?
Well, you see what I'm saying? Papa Smurf, blue. They've been trying to tell us all this.
But they live in mushrooms.
Hey,
you have to open your mind.
That's right.
Yeah, it was upside down. It was the reverse. They didn't live in the mushrooms. We were supposed to have the mushrooms live in us. That's what they were saying. No, but because you got to do reversies.
It's allegorical.
You're allegorical. Oh wait, no, it's an alligator. Damn it,
dude!
I don't know if that's an alligator.
Like your dinosaur.
I know.
Dinosaurs. That's like, there you go.
That's actually a pretty good dinosaur.
That was creepy.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like you should hide behind like.
Can I do that like with a push of a button?
My prehistoric plant in my yard.
No, but I like your pterodactyl. Well, your like baby pterodactyl scream like. That show, oh God, no.
It's more like an eagle.
Put it out of its misery. Oh God, no. Pull up.
Don't pull up.
I don't know. I've been on this crazy tangent with videos between ancient Egypt or
yeah, and I was watching
supreme beings and like all that, like everything I've been obsessed with since I was a kid. I've just been overloading since I've been sick in bed. It's just
like fucking.
What can I watch?
Bride. Are you gonna come back tomorrow and tell me the story again?
I'm telling you, ancient civilizations had some stuff figured out that we're still not.
Well, but that's what I'm saying is like I think
it's not just technology. There's more to it than that.
It's also spirituality.
Oh, absolutely.
It's all of it.
It's definitely a connection to self and spirituality being number one.
You're number one.
Only kind of savored
Farmer's number one. Sorry.
Select groups. But the truth is, anyone who's looking for the truth will find it.
And you know, the irony is that I also watch.
To set you free. That's what I keep hearing. Anyway.
Say it again.
If you look for the truth, you will find it. And if you find it, it will set you free.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's the extended
Oh,
version.
noise,
I like that.
There's got to be certain rules to this game, right? But anyway, we've been on.
But I've been watching Oak Island too, and that goes into like finding the Holy Grail and all this stuff that links back to like they're finding things that link to
Wait, Oak
past cultures
Island
and
was
stuff.
the hidden treasure.
Word.
Yeah.
Like fucking One Eye Willie shit.
Yeah, they're in season 10 now.
Like it was like super booby trapped. Every time
I said booby traps.
booby traps.
That's what I said.
One more person has to die before they can find the treasure.
Bill.
Was saved. Data fine, by the way.
Oh, somebody just brought Data up to me yesterday. He's getting an award for something. He's doing something now that he's up for an award for.
Dude, I'm supposed to I gotta email Sean from the Monster Squad. Wolfman's got nards.
What?
Right? Yeah, I gotta hit him up. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I got email time tomorrow.
Life is getting interesting, I gotta say.
Dude, I'm just saying, bro.
It is.
Fucking dude, yeah, again, people, y'all who are listening, we fucking love the shit out of you. You have no idea. So hard. Hit
And
us
that's
up,
why I have to
email wise.
apologize if this sometimes sounds like a verbal diary or diarrhea. I don't know which to
Yes.
pronounce that, but
We don't get paid to pronounce shit. Tell them.
but I mean,
I don't.
It's a piece of history.
None of us do.
It's a piece of history. What's going on with us right now? So
No,
it's
it's
cool.
a piece of what?
I'm enjoying it. It's a fun
Oh,
ride,
excuse me. At least it was off.
and I'll drink
Let's
it.
keep this roller coaster going.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Nastrovia.
Hmm.
Y salud.
Now I just have an envision of Beavis and Butthead, like Do America on the roller coaster, like going down.
Here's to sending my kids to a good college. Just saying.
I mean, why don't we
If they
start-
want to go to college.
True.
Hey, life is college. It's the hard knock life for us.
Go to college or you hit the workforce.
Hard knife.
I've done college, and I feel like I've learned more in the real world.
Sorry.
You're right
It's
there.
that 9% cider, man. It cut me loose.
See, I think we're at that time where we just need to cut things loose here and
it's
just
time to go now, Mac.
take a break.
It is actually close to.
Get yourself like a
It
snack or
is
something.
time to go now.
So
Mac. Hit us up, ITY, directionsandmusic.org.
that's if you want to get all three of us.
Oh, yeah, all three of us. Keep
Because
whispering.
we all enjoy your commentary.
It sounds way more impressive if you're whispering.
Join the conversation.
But you have to whisper louder. God, fam, literally, we fucking love you. You have no idea. But yeah, please do. Seriously, hit us up. Because, we're always looking to do stuff. We're in the middle of making some bomb fucking merch. Holy shit, I saw some of it. Oh my God, I'm going to rock the shit out of this stuff.
GEMINI at directionsandmusic.org.
Bleep, blorp, bleep.
Bleep, borp, bleep.
Hey, can you send someone in to torch me? Philly D, PHI, double O. At directionsandmusic.org. Take us out, number 2.
That's it. This has been another lovely green room. Thanks for joining.
All right,
Love you much. And as always,
Oh, yeah, be good to yourself. Be good to everything else.
much love.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.